Why would someone choose OnlyFans over porn? They want the illusion of a relationship that they get with an OnlyFans performer. It's called a parasocial relationship. Interactive. Same reason people give money to other digital creators. Seems like it might be more personal, you can have some interaction with the people. People still pay for porn. The same reason people pay for Patreon, supporting people who create content you enjoy. If you want to know why specific OnlyFans, it's because of the interaction. Same goes for cam girls. If you want to know why people would pay for porn at all, since you can buy movies, that can have many reasons. Movies tend to be higher quality because, well, you are paying for that shit. On top of that, it's much more likely that the actors are treated fairly, especially in more extreme videos like BDSM. There are many stories of actresses that say that boundaries were not respected or a stop was not fulfilled when it was too much. This is a problem for the men too, but women even more so. So if you want ethical porn, paying for it is usually a better option. BC the women are creating controlling their own content, much less likely to be coerced into it or treated poorly. Imagine you like watching people put puzzles together. You could get to YT and search hundreds of thousands of people putting puzzles together any which way you want, right? But you've seen a lot of those already, and you've become bored of your favorites that you've saved. You enjoy it still, but it feels a little stale lately. Now imagine you could log into a site at a predetermined time and communicate to a puzzle solver over the internet to build up the corners first and work their way down the sides until they fill in the bottom. Then you could ask them to just keep filling pieces into the middle until it's completed. And the puzzle solver is cheering you on the whole time, oh boy. Or maybe they are admonishing you for being so bad at it. Whatever you want. I mean, sure, you paid them to react that way to you, but it still feels pretty good to get any attention about your puzzle solving abilities since you aren't getting the attention you feel that you need outside in the real world, which admittedly is hard to find. I think it's as much about a relationship as it is about accessibility and control. Being stimulated is one thing, but stimulating another is something above that. It's not my bag, but I think I get it. I can't tell if you're asking about creators or consumers. For creators, it's because if you get popular, OnlyFans easily makes more money than porn. For consumers, it's because they like the amateur vibe. I have a couple friends that do of. They says most of them are just really lonely and want to talk to someone. Also married men where lovesick romance has died. Cause you can support a sex worker directly whose content you enjoy rather than a studio who may be unethical in some ways. Some people have other reasons, but as I mostly consume queer content, it's an act that can support my community. Like many others have mentioned, it's a good service just like any other, no different than subscribing to a Patreon. My spouse is an erotic artist, so I guess that informs my viewpoint. And yeah, this only really applies if you're both mentally well and how you approach it and not a creep. Why would people pay money to go to a specialty restaurant when there are perfectly good free hot dogs in the dumpster behind Costco? You can ask for requests. Custom content, niche content. Maybe you like the particular creator. Maybe you don't like mainstream porn or don't find boring skinny blonde women attractive. The free porn is advertising or pirated. The only reason you get free porn is because they know maybe 1 in 100 people seeing the free porn will pay, and with the low costs of putting videos online, that's still a great deal advertising. It's always been this way. Before OnlyFans, it was all their own third-party websites linked at the end of those free Pornhub videos. Male loneliness::bravewords.com news. Popularity of OnlyFans shows a grim picture of male loneliness. As someone who has paid for of content before, it usually either access to more content by a specific person's work, or as a method of supporting a creator who puts out work I particularly enjoy. Think of it like supporting a Patreon. Sure, I can find video Sardec on the internet, but I can't find exactly this without paying for it. I subbed to one of and am considering doing it for a second. I subbed to the account because he really helped me to understand my sexuality and I was very attracted to him. The account I am considering subbing to is because the content they make is some of the hottest I've seen, and the easiest way to get it is paying. Lonely people.